like an
Hey
intro.
everybody, how y'all doing? This is Corey John. Listen, welcome to the No Onions podcast, where we talk to actors, producers, filmmakers, directors, crew members, craft services fans, and anybody else about their unpopular opinions about popular productions. Of course, you can follow us on social media at No Onions Podcast with Corey John.
Yeah.
Today, I'm really excited. I got a friend of mine with me today. We was kind of
Friend.
cutting up before it started, so forgive me. But brief intro. He is a jack of all trades and a master of most. He is a poet,
Yeah.
mime dancer, writer, videographer, video editor, production sound mixer, photographer, graphic designer, entrepreneur, songwriter, minister, husband, father, and a great friend, and one of the best actors I know, which is why he's here. If you are listening, please give him a round of applause, my boy, Mr. Veronzo Hurd. What's up, bro?
That's good. Now that round of applause was good for me. But can we give a round of applause for Jesus? Huh? Hallelujah.
Hey.
That's the
Yeah,
Lord.
man.
I'm
Listen,
also
bro. So
you forgot to tell him I'm also a part-time superhero.
parts I did forget
Yeah.
that. I thought you had a secret identity.
You know,
My
I know,
bad.
but like they don't know who my hero name like that.
Okay, got you.
They do that stuff.
They don't know which
They
hero
call me
you
they
are.
call me for like groundwork, little like little so that's it. So,
Nah, facts. What's your superpower, bro? What's your
that I can't tell you because then
okay?
they will know. Yeah, yeah.
It'll give it away. They'll know who you are, and I got
My
you.
favorite superpower, though, if I were to have a different one, is a
Mhm.
Green Lantern ring, hands down.
What? Okay, so since we're here, because I don't know how we got here, but we're gonna go with it. What does the Green Lantern ring do? Like, doesn't it
So,
just
okay,
like
I'm so glad you asked. So
okay?
glad you asked. The Green Lantern ring is the most powerful thing in the universe. DC side for all the noobs. Basically, it's a ring, and with your willpower, you can create any type of construct to do whatever. They're like a space police force for real, for real. John Stewart is the first Black Green Lantern, who's being portrayed by Aaron Pierre in an upcoming series on HBO, which is back now to HBO Max. By the way, if you see your the Max change to HBO
Yeah, I
Max,
did see it went back.
yeah,
Yeah.
weird. But yeah, so I like that because like literally with your mind, you can create anything. That's why it's my favorite power. Like my literally favorite.
I feel like it's your favorite power because you real churchy. And
No, no, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how that,
if you
but
if you have the faith to believe
yeah,
anything, you
that's no. It's actually yeah, probably so. But I don't know. But anyway, but yeah, like because I find God in like
as
every,
as you should, as you
almost
should.
everything.
It's funny. So let's talk about that then, because so as you guys can tell, he's also a nerd. I didn't put that in the description, but he is also a movie nerd, a comic nerd. um,
I'm a full time nerd. Like just all
so all right. So Aaron Pierre is about to drop. Is
that's
about to be in the.
Mufasa.
That's the when he came down the tunnel with the J Hudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those things too. I like Aaron Pierre too, man. Like the movie he had on Netflix. That's when I was like, okay,
Yo,
that
Rebel
boy
Ridge. I was
bad.
like,
Yeah, I was like, okay, that boy bad.
who is this? But then
Yeah.
have you seen Old?
Mm,
He
he was
was
the football player.
yeah, he had the little the braided thing going on. But
He
yeah.
had MS or something like that, right?
Yeah, I think he has something. I don't know.
Yeah,
But did you see his acceptance speech at
I
the
did.
I forgot what it
James.
was. Yeah, he was quoting the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man of God. Okay. Yeah, I am churchy. Like I'm like, okay, you love Jesus. Maybe you don't, but you at least know the Bibles are very important.
Yeah,
I,
and
I'm
then
uh, I'm excited to see kind of sort of what him and Miss Tiana Taylor are going to be and do.
they
Um,
look good together, and she outwardly, and guys, this is not like a Christian podcast, but we Christians, just for the
yeah,
record. And like she outwardly loves Jesus, so I'm very like interested
yeah,
in seeing what
I'm.
they
That's
build
cool,
to.
man.
Yeah. I ain't gonna talk bad about nobody, but Anyway, yeah. So so let me get on the show. We didn't spend 5 minutes talking
Yes.
about
Yes.
unrelated stuff. So listen.
Yes.
All right, so you have this theory. I've talked to you on several occasions. I was trying to get you to give me a movie or something that is popular that you don't feel like should be, and I feel like your response to me was, well, you agree with them because you knew first, like you knew they were going to be popular
Mm-hmm.
films. So one of your superpowers
Yeah.
is the ability to be able to watch something and determine whether or not it's going to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, how does that work? How do you know just by, because like I watch stuff that I like and then I find out nobody else likes it. So
Yeah.
how do you how do you
Um,
watch stuff?
I think because I've been nosy my whole life, and I spend a lot of time on people watching. And I care about people. I love people. I have a heart for people. I don't know how that officially works, but I'm usually like spot on when something's gonna be like really popular,
Hmm.
when it'll be like kind of mid,
Yeah.
and like when I'm like this is about to be trash. Like this is really really bad actually.
Wow.
Um, and I'm usually not wrong. I can't really think of a time I'm like just completely just utterly wrong about. Um, but I can just and beyond that, like I just see how people talk about it,
Hmm.
and very few things can you unite every like culture, color, creed uh across boundaries. So when everyone's talking about it, like just even from the trailer, even from the like next year, the Odyssey is going to be popular. I already know, and I
Man,
knew that before I saw already started selling tickets for it for next year. It's already sold out in some IMAX places as well.
wow. We're not gonna go
Yeah.
too far into the Odyssey because they didn't pay to be a sponsor for this podcast yet. It's not too late. Odyssey, we could do a whole episode about you, but that's dope. That's dope. So all right, so me and you have like this ongoing like conversation that we get
Mhm.
into. Um, and before we get there, I'm just real briefly drop in. I remember when you and I had a talk about Bad Boys, the most recent one, and
Yeah.
I love Bad Boys. I'm a Will Smith and Martin fan,
Hmm.
but for me, the last installment, it was great, but it wasn't like great. But
Correct.
you was like, yeah, but the part when what's the boy name, Reggie, come out and about, he was like that was real big, and then for sure like everybody loved that part. So anyway, I just wanted to say that to show how you be hitting, how you be on it. But
Yeah.
so we have this little debate thing, or this little conversation that we do as far as um it's a Marvel related um
We were talking
thing.
about Black Panther, the movie.
Yeah. So it's culturally right. So all right. So I feel some type of way that as a culture, as a black culture, we didn't pull up in the numbers for Captain America: New World like we did for Black
Hmm.
Panther. And yeah. So and you basically go ahead, share like what, because I feel like it's a black lead. It's a black lead. Why we didn't show up and show out for both?
Hmm. Um, and I told you that Black lead doesn't is it is going to give you like if there's a pie, a black lead actor in an action film, a major action film, you'll get the ninjas out. I don't know what I can say on this. So I don't want.
No, ninjas is good. Yeah,
All
don't.
right, very good,
Yeah,
very good.
yeah.
You'll get the folk out there. Um, especially if they've already had a history of doing well, like the Equalizer, bruh. Like from the first one, I already knew. Like, yeah,
Yeah, for real. And
this is
then,
it. This
then he
is
killed that.
it.
Yeah,
And then two, oh my, and then three, I was like, this.
yeah. One of the only trilogies that like actually like kind of went up. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like,
precisely.
yeah.
But that third one, I was like, just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. Like
if
that's
he
it.
if you see his name, just go the other
Just leave
way.
him
Like,
alone. He's John Wick on a more like very like
yeah,
common street level, like very like I and if they want money, they will put Denzel and John Wick in a movie together somehow, some way.
They have to have the money to
Right, because that's going.
'cause
I
that's
don't
the
know
rate
what
debate.
I don't know what Keanu Reeves, charges for
Yeah,
movies and such. But if they put
yeah,
him and Denzel in a movie together,
yeah,
so I don't know how they would even meet, but figure it out.
yeah.
Figure it
Figure it out. Figure it out.
out. But back to your point.
Equalize the universe. Yeah, yeah.
But
Go ahead.
also, like good, Denzel has a history of doing well, and actually he does well in really anything he does. He's Denzel in everything that he's in,
No facts.
but he does well in everything. Anthony Mackie doesn't have that type of history. One, two, it wasn't again.
But Chadwick Boseman doesn't either.
Hold on, but hold
Okay.
on.
Okay.
He's more respectfully beloved than Anthony Mackie is.
But he and RIP because I was a Chadwick
Yeah.
Boseman fan. I think he was
Every time I see him
amazing.
in
Dope.
something, I'm like, I feel like it's like,
Yeah, yeah. Likewise, it's almost hard to believe, right?
yeah.
Um, but what I was gonna say is respectfully, I feel like he didn't become beloved until Black Panther, and even after that, like after Black Panther kind of fizzled down a little bit when he passed away. I think that's when he really spiked, my opinion, as far as everybody now loving him. I
Well,
feel like he wasn't
I
given what he should have been while he was here.
yeah, I think he was beloved before that, but he's never done this type of role because Black Panther, his movie, wasn't the first time we saw him as Black Panther. He was T'Challa in Civil War, and in my humble opinion, a much better Black Panther. I
Nah,
was
he
like,
killed it. Yeah,
oh
in Civil War he could
you,
flip, and
you,
he was
you.
like, yeah, he
He
was
was like
bad.
I ask you as warrior and king, how long do you keep your friend? I was like, that he is about to kill.
And I think it was dope too because like in I don't know how we got here. This is why we can't have
Right.
conversations.
Yep. This is why.
But in Civil War, he was whooping behind
Mm.
without the suit on.
And that's why when that scene when they were running through that tunnel, I was like,
Yeah,
at the very end when and this is spoilers if y'all haven't seen it. Oh well, I don't know why we haven't at
yeah, it's
this point.
way too
Anyway,
late. Way too late for that.
when
Yeah.
Zemo was about to off himself, he was like, what did that line he said? He said, the living are not through with you. I was like, that's a bar. The living are not through with you yet. But to that point, if you take Black Panther and you draw a circle, right? And at every point put an actor, put a director, put a writer, put an artist on the soundtrack around every circle. Each one of them carries their own fan base. Period. Even the culture surrounding it carries its own fan base. Period. So if you add it's just math. If you add all that up together, and then what did they release Black Panther during Black History Month? I think they did.
I don't
Hold
even
on.
know.
Hold on. I think that I gotta look it up. Yep. Um they released it in the Black History Month. So whoever decided to do that. So take everything I just said, all the pie with actors and all their fan bases, and then multiply it. Like that's all that is just energy, and now you multiply because you knew what was going to happen
So
when you release.
Paul,
Go ahead.
Brave New World
Yes,
also released on Black History Month.
don't matter.
Brave New World also black director.
Okay.
So basically, what you said is we just need to get Kendrick and SZA
Nope.
on the
Nope. No. No. No.
soundtrack,
No.
and then it
Because
would have
do you
been
know?
big.
Very, very fun. Oh, also, at that point, we like again seeing Chadwick in it because Anthony Mackie has done some action stuff before. Like is it his first time being the
Yeah,
hero?
100%.
Right. But seeing Chadwick like that was new. Back to my superpower. I knew Reggie. I knew that because I saw Bad Boys the last one like day one, like on Thursday
Hmm.
before day one, really.
I
And I
remember.
knew that Reggie part was gonna be a thing because he was some nerd. He was like, just some regular regular dude, and then he's out here like bodies, him. Like he would drop, and I because people like to see folk one step out of their character, but then two, they like to see a regular guy just save the day, And so Chadwick, for by and large, was regular. Yeah, he played James Brown. Yeah, he played Jackie and a few other roles.
Thurgood
But,
Marshall.
right, Thurgood. But like you ain't seen him get down
Yeah.
like this before, and so it's very new. Anthony Mackie kind of like riding the line of like, okay, we know he's physical, he can do this whatever. You ain't never seen Chadwick run like you ain't never seen him run like that. I didn't know he could fight. I know he trained for this. He trained in another country for this. I like
Wow.
it. There's so much around it, and so because of the buildup, and on top of that, I think like there is a small detractor because by the time Brave New World came out, one of probably checking for America for real. I'm just
That's a really good point. That's a
so so
yeah. Yeah, that's
yes,
a really good point.
same director, producer, and yes, a black lead. That's like three things,
Yeah.
right? And
But
I,
timing
I
was
wanted
really big.
more because the show to me, the show Falcon Winter Soldier was like blacker than the movie was. Like,
Mm.
especially because if you watch the show episode, I think it's episode 4, when the Dora Milaje show up and beat up fake the new Captain America, that scene,
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then we get more of a background story of Isaiah Bradley in that. Like it was like it was a little more like heartfelt, down to
Yeah.
earth, more like relatable. But add all that up, and then the buildup of Marvel has had before Black Panther came out, because they kind of like they're on. To me, Marvel's on a downswing, and
Yeah.
then you release. It's like so in 2018, like that's 7 years ago now.
Yeah.
There was a builder. We haven't got Infinity War yet. We ain't got Endgame yet. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So it's like
Yeah.
the hype was still rich, and people were like ready for it and like blah blah blah. So Black Panther, that pie, but Black Panther was it was destined to.
That makes sense. I think all the highs of the company at the time were Marvel, the cinematic highs,
Yeah.
in working with the
Uh-huh.
fact that it was we were in a decent place politically to and we and and yeah, I can see all that, and then like with it being on the high and then coming right off of that, I can see
Yeah.
it. And honestly, now that you say that, after Endgame, I mean, at the end of the day, it was kind of sad. Like, it was a
Sure.
lot of people dying, people retiring, like, so just from cinematically, like it's almost like you said, they had to, like, they were here, and now we're like, maybe they're trying to build back up,
Yeah.
um, to get to that again. I think
And,
why
and then
Doomsday is on the way
yeah,
or
and
whatever,
remember, it's just
or
February.
Secret Wars.
Like Obama was just president right before that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I
no
mean? So
facts.
like there was it was just it was so there was never, I don't think there'll be a time anytime soon where like all of those intersections will happen like again.
And you know
Not
that
right now.
I want to get so that's a thing too that and just talking about those intersections like aligning perfectly. I tell people a lot of time when it comes to um the reason why I prefer film over like stage
Mhm.
is because if you can get the right angle, the right take, the right lighting, the right reaction from the other actor, like you can
Yeah.
get all those things to sync up perfectly. Like you can get a moment that just is unduplicatable and just
Mhm.
perfect. So I dig that now. I feel what you're saying now. Like everything, the culmination of everything was just
Mhm.
perfect. Um, but not to go too far down there because Marvel ain't paying us either. Um, So what what since we're talking about movies, what do you feel like are the three most important um things or contents to creating a successful movie? Just
Yeah.
three. I know you probably got 20, but just
Oh my
three.
gosh, I have so many. I have so many. Because I'll go to a movie and my brain, like, there's two of me. One is just a regular fan who just
Hmm.
enjoys the magic. Movies are never going to die ever.
Agreed.
The movie theater really, people thought that COVID would kill it. It's never gonna die
Yeah.
ever.
It's something about being there, man. It's
Right, right. AI, and people think AI is gonna. I know. I think AI like will make things easier for some people, but I don't think AI will be completely take over movies, and not in our lifetime.
yeah.
But to your point, when I go to a movie, I sit down, I'm looking, I'm watching. To me, cuts like Catwoman, for example, which I wish Hollywood have never in her life ever did that, ever, not ever. Like the jump cuts, it's just every 2 sec, it's too much. It's too much. If you're telling a story,
Hmm.
like I think it has to just flow. Like it has to just go. Like even like you can cut, like, but like to me, like they were having a conversation, like Holly and someone else, and like they just kept just kept going
Just
back
kept.
and forth, and it I pulled my hair out. I did. I hate it. I don't like Catwoman. I don't like it. I don't like it in any capacity. I don't like why they changed the story. I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna keep saying that. But anyway, so to me, like a movie has to be
That woman would be DC. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. What was the
yeah.
other one?
Number one, like a movie has to be cohesive, and like that's like the story has to just flow. And sometimes bad camera angles, or not angles, but sometimes bad cuts can like ruin like the flow of it. Even if the acting is kind of bad, like the camera work can be on point.
I feel
Like
like you're saying that as a videographer slash
yeah, because
editor.
I mean, you can see it now because people have their phones and
Yeah.
make movies that look and flow. One thing that they can't act, this is skit, but it
Yeah, yeah.
looks really good. So like it has to be cohesive for
Okay.
me. Like story, the cuts, the like the video work, like has to be well. But even if that's not well,
Hmm.
the writing, like the writing has to be done well. I'm trying to think of a movie that like I didn't like what the camera was doing, but I appreciated like the story itself. I don't know yet, but like the writing has to be well. Um, like I would say Sinners had everything, so I can't really get. I had nothing bad to say for real about Sinners. Like a couple like personal things, but not like as far as what makes
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Anyway, that so like it has to flow as far as like where you put the like how you story board it. You know, like that has to flow. The writing for me is a thing. Like, and writing includes like what they're saying. Like when you play certain like if there's like a comedic relief, you know, like where that like Marvel does it all the time. They're like bad thing, haha, jokey thing. It's like
Hmm.
but like where you put that is important. Um, if characters like like if the timeline is messed up, it's so obvious to me. Like you said that, like, and when they say lines over and over again
Hmm.
in a different way, I'm like, yeah, but like you can't don't because now like, are you being lazy or what are we doing? So writing in that, like storyboarding, writing, and lastly, um, it has to have a good like the acting, uh, like obviously, like is important to me.
Okay.
And to me, it's one thing if you're just a bad actor or like if it's your first time, I give everybody grace,
Yeah.
sure. 'Cause I'm critical. Like I haven't been nominated. I have some IMDb credits. You know what I'm saying. Corey don't put me in a few plays. Shout out to Wow. Shout out to Tangi back home in Columbia. But but to me, a
That's wild. Yeah.
but to me, like acting is important, and I look at eyebrows. Some folk don't really look at the eyebrows. You think it's like, boy, are you crazy? Boy, you crazy? Like it's like there's a like move your eyebrows. I look at eyebrows. I look at I listen to tone and
Hmm.
inflection and how people get angry. I'm like, you ain't mad enough. You ain't mad enough. How folk do like romance, like in intimate scenes and whatnot. Like how I look at body language. Like if you're supposed to be a villain, how good of a villain are you? What is actually scary about you?
Mm.
Um, and if you have like a redeemable quality, like what is that? Because to me, like I know Thanos was CGI, but like the actor did well as him. Voice matched, everything matched.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
know Heath Ledger was crazy, but to me, he had no, and rest in peace to him too. Joker and that Batman had no redeemable qualities. He was literally just,
Yeah.
but he did crazy so well.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to scream all the time to be crazy. You can like be
Yeah.
very calm and be crazy. So like I look at all that, like how the actors, like I guess, express themselves, in
There's
whatever
a
they're supposed to express.
there's a show that comes on Showtime. I don't know if you watch it. It's called The Shy.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah.
I'm so behind. Like
Okay,
very,
yeah. So
like very.
well, I caught up probably like a couple years ago,
Mm-hmm,
but now I'm all caught up. But there's a do not say it because we are not bashing people,
mm-hmm,
but just see if you can follow me. I don't know what season you're on, but there's this guy. He's been in there for maybe 3 4 seasons
mm-hmm.
now, and every time his part happens, I'm like, like
You
like
cringe.
yeah, and it's like, cause I know him outside of that, right? And I'm like, I know you have more emotional exchange
Yeah.
than what you're
Mm-hmm.
presenting on the camera. And it's just like, hey, bro, like I don't believe your character. And I want to, you know what I'm saying? Like I really want to, but like his it's always a mismatch. Like either his tone is doing one thing, but his face isn't, or his face is doing one thing and then his tone isn't. And it's like, bro, like like
Like
nobody said cut. Hey, bro, listen, man.
right.
You just do that again. I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah,
Like
I understand.
anything, So I feel you. I feel like one thing that you can say about like Marvel and DC and all that, like I can say, just thinking off the top of my head, I've never seen a anything that I didn't agree with acting wise, right? And I've never seen like, and that's a lot to be said too, because you gotta think about it, like these people are acting in green rooms with toys. You know what I'm saying?
And
Like
ball is
yeah,
ball, and they gotta remember their lines if they gotta play different people.
yeah,
Yeah,
and they and I made a post one day, like acting is really foolish.
yeah,
Like it's really childish. Like you're being really serious while you have a play gun. You know what I'm saying? Or you being really serious while you're fighting somebody who's not there.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like so, acting is so pivotal. It's so important. So I completely agree with you. I think that's kind of a running thing with a lot of people on the show, that when they give their three, a lot of people give acting, and people who don't. I know one person didn't, and I questioned it at first, but I was kind of like, I get it, because you got to also remember we have shows like You Got Served that were successful,
Hmm.
and you know, so so I get it. So, but that's when the cohesion, like you said,
Mhm.
comes into place. That's when the writing comes into place.
Yeah.
Because say what you want about You Got Served, but the storyline was okay. Now I don't understand why, what I'm saying, they was thugs dancing. You know what I'm saying? Like why they was like transporting drugs just so that they could perform,
Mm.
when
Yeah.
they could have just took the money from the drugs to pay off but hey, you know what I'm saying? Some people,
It's a cult classic.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, but I totally agree with that, because sometimes the hype of a movie can like override some of the glaring red flags in it.
Yeah,
Also, some movies I can't go back and watch the same anymore. Some shows I can't watch the same anymore.
yeah.
I'm like, how did I like this? Like where like this is like Girlfriends, for example. I was a young man watching Girlfriends all the time. And now I go back, I'm like, this is toxic. Like and even watching Moesha, I'm like going back. I'm like, great. I love the show. I'm like, you know what, Moesha, you're the problem. you,
but
you,
and again, I don't know how we keep doing this, but the funny thing about shows like that, though, like you said, as a young man, just like
mm,
watching it, just being entertained or whatever.
yeah,
Then as you mature, not only is it toxic, but then you find out how realistic a lot of this stuff really
yeah,
is. Like
bruh.
women, y'all be out here wilding, bro. Like y'all, like that's really, like
Like this, wow.
I know some girls, and especially before I was
Yeah,
married, like y'all out here wilding, like
there's like you are all of these women that are like this is
yeah,
wow. But I appreciate that, because to me it means that there is growth in my life. I'm not still childish and
yeah,
not mature. I have a
yeah,
lot of immature ways, but but some shows are just so timeless. No matter what age you watch them, no matter what, some movies work no matter what, how old or young you are. And I think that to me is, and to me that makes a movie great, and not just because like it's just hype or there's a lot of like cultural ties to it. Those are great too, but like a movie that can stand the test of time,
yeah,
that everybody can watch
yeah.
forever. Like I think that the
That
like
makes anything great. That makes songs great. That like it's songs out there. Like I'll see my daughter who is you know 18 and she
yeah, yeah.
rocking to something I watched. I mean, I listened to when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? It's like
It's peanut butter and jelly, Corey. Like I don't care how old I get, I'm always forever. If we can eat in heaven, then enjoy a
a
peanut
peanut
butter and
butter.
jelly sandwich.
Matter of fact, I may have an issue. I may have to talk to God about it if there's not peanut butter and jelly in heaven.
Like I don't.
We might have to have a
You
conversation.
can never pull it from my cold dead hands, because I'm going to enjoy it. But like some movies are like, for me, The Sandlot is in my top five.
Oh man,
Like
100%.
forever and all, like forever and
Yeah,
all time. Like movies like that for me, they do something to me. Like there's so much magic, and like Disney used to have a lot more of that of that
yeah,
magic in there.
yeah,
But but I but I think what also makes a movie great is really like that. Like, do you want to see it again?
yeah.
Like, do you want, and would you pay to see it uh, again? Like, I saw Black Panther 6 times in IMAX, and not ashamed, will do it, would have done it all over again. Not even my top 4 or 5 Marvel movies, to be honest, but top 5, sure. But it wasn't. It is not in my top 3. But I saw it 6 times because and it's better now to me than it than it was
So
then.
I subscribe to Disney Plus only so I can watch Infinity Wars and
Yeah,
Endgame at least
yeah.
once a week.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
I
but
watch
but
both
but but,
at
but
least
that
once a week.
that also, this is number 5, obviously, but that also makes the movie great. when you can write so well and you can engage an audience so well for 20 years, really,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
and just like we're on the same train, we're
yeah,
riding, we are anticipating what you're going to do next. Obviously, that plays into like the fanboyism and the blurs and all of that. Like it,
yeah.
we're waiting, but they were Marvel movies were exciting to watch. Like, and they told the story where like, oh, what's next?
Yeah.
Like, and you got everybody on the same page. You got the world on the same page.
Clear something up for me real quick, since
What?
we're talking about Marvel. So Secret Wars is coming out, or Doomsday. One of them is coming out first. I can't remember.
Doomsday is coming out.
Doomsday's
Yes,
first. That's the one with Robert
Robert.
Downey Jr.
Yeah,
as Doctor
RDJ.
Doom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So now Doctor Doom. So put that boom. Is that the same guy from I think it was the second Fantastic Four?
Yes, the better Fantastic Four. I
Yeah.
haven't seen. Well, the new one comes out in a week, so
Yeah, yeah.
we'll see.
But it's like because
Yes,
it's been like three that came out or four that came out
yeah.
before this
The
point.
first two had the same people. It actually starred
It
Chris
was
Evans,
one.
Captain America
Yeah,
as Human Torch.
it was one before that though.
No,
I know it was one with that had Michael B. Jordan
that was the
as
third one that
yeah,
came
yeah.
out.
But I thought it was one before Chris Evans.
That,
Okay. So if not, cool. So on that
there's
first one,
two with Chris Evans.
yeah, I know those two. I just watched those last night.
Okay.
Um so I got the all right. So
Yes.
with those two,
Mm,
I swear I feel like there's one before, but I'm gonna find it and tell it to you. I think it's
okay.
real old. But so
Hey,
anyway,
it might be
so
old, like a super old one, like
yeah,
maybe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I think. But yeah, so the one with that, so that's Victor Van Doom too, right?
Victor Von Doom. Yes.
Von Doom. Yes, that's
Yes.
so that's why we're setting up with the Fantastic Four now to get ready for that.
Um.
Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I think they're going to explain how Robert Downey Jr. is Victor Von Doom because there's
Yeah, I
a
saw a lot of theories that say that like
yeah,
he was
yeah.
adopted
I don't
and
want to
all
spoil
that.
that. Like
Yeah.
I saw those, I was like, that's really dumb. But I think there's like a small arc in comics where he does become Doom. But to me, on Doom's, there we go. So I don't like when they nerf characters, they make them like smaller than they should be.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
that's what they did on the
like
first one,
I
right?
like how they did it with black folk throughout the movie history. Like we just were like a supporting role.
Yeah.
But Doom in the Fantastic Four with Chris Evans in it was he was more of he's a because Doom is he's that ninja. He's
Yeah.
him. Like you
Yeah.
don't mess with him. He's like T'Challa has his own country, very smart, all the technology, all the stuff, and and a little bit of magic. So in the second Fantastic Four that with the Chris Evans and Jessica Alba, I had a crush
Jessica
on her.
Alba.
Like,
That's my
man,
homie. I like from Honey.
yeah,
She
but like
and
that was he was dope. And then with the one with Michael B. Jordan that no one asked for, that no, that's why I don't like movie politics. It's like Marvel politics. You
go back to your point.
to these people and they have to make a movie and they just make like I enjoyed the thing looked dope in there. I didn't mind Michael B. Jordan
Yeah, I
as
didn't mind. I didn't mind Michael B. Yeah,
the characters themselves were fine to me. The movie was bad. And then you take a week Doctor Doom and you make like ugh. Like it was bad. Like
yeah,
it was bad. But that's an example of like how you can have good characters
yeah.
in a terrible movie as well. So I hated that. But we'll
Understood.
see next week what they're going to do.
That
Have you
is
watched
next week.
The Bear yet?
The cooking show,
The
the restaurant show.
yes, that's you just diminished. Okay, yeah, yeah,
I saw like the first
no,
two episodes from the first thing.
especially you should watch it.
Okay, you said this to me before. I'm gonna watch it one day.
Like it's
Every time I start, I feel like it's like a like one of those you got to pay attention
Well,
shows.
you
And
do ish, yes.
I don't
Mostly, yeah.
lately I have not had a lot of downtime to just pay attention. Like I can like do stuff, I can like play it while I'm doing stuff,
Yeah, I
but
get
I
you.
notice when I watch that I have to watch it and
Yeah.
rewind, and then I missed something, rewind, and
Mhm.
that's a lot of.
Okay, but are we clear on how why Black Panther was the success it was and how it's
We've been clear on that.
okay?
So
Good. Making
alright,
sure.
so let me get something a little more personal real quick, because we running way over. I said 20 minutes, we 20 times two.
Part one,
um
part two.
I'm not doing all the editing. I'm just gonna upload it.
All you gotta do is just cut down the middle.
You say that every time. We're not going there. We're not going there. Every time you say it, I'd be like, I'm trying, and I say, hey, Veronzo, can you just do this for me? So,
Yes.
so we're not doing this. We're not doing this. All right. So listen. So I wanted to like talk about something real quick, and I'll probably like cut this too and kind of like do a reel out
Mhm.
of it, because it's always something that you and I talk about.
Yeah.
And I feel like as a man who has a family, right?
Hmm.
Who has a family, who has a wife, who is not the custodial parent,
Hmm.
who has like all these, and I'm not gonna get into all that, because of course women think that being the custodial parent is harder, and men think that being the non-custodial parent is hard, and I think they both have their hard, so we're not going to try to make one harder than the other, right? On here, but as like with those things going on, and also trying to attain a certain goal, right? A goal that takes time, that takes focus, that takes effort, that takes sacrifice, as well as a family that takes time, that takes effort, that takes sacrifice.
Yeah.
Like all those things. Like how does one effectively balance both while being successful at both?
Great question, Corey. I'm actually in school right now. And I start another course in less than a month, actually.
Oh,
Um,
congratulations on
and
that too.
yeah, man, thank you, man. It's it's important that you have somebody who's willing to
Mm.
support you. I think we talk about ability a lot. We
Oh,
talk
wait, hold up. Before you finish, what the kids say? Clock it. Clock it. Yeah,
about
clock that. Yeah.
we talk a lot about compatibility.
Hmm.
Um, and I think we need to focus more on suitability. And I say
Ooh,
that because some people might be compatible, sure, for business
yeah,
endeavors,
yeah,
for
yeah. I like
whatever.
this. You
But
like this. Yeah.
yeah, like, yay, great, awesome, right. But our life isn't compatible with heaven. Our human nature, our sinful nature isn't compatible with holiness and righteousness.
Mhm.
But I think to find someone who's suitable, who will also with you tailor their lives and their goals and their days and their dreams to suit the unit, to suit the goal, to suit the pursuit. It's to
Mm,
me it's more
bars.
important because love is supposed to grow. Like if you're in love with somebody, like literally, which we really all are in love. But when you choose someone to be with forever, like it's that's where you start. Y'all cannot like it. Some things don't have to be the same at all. Like
Mm,
but you learn to love the parts, and you learn to grow to. Yeah, love covers a multitude of sin, of course. And I think if you have somebody who's willing to be in there with you, in love with you, and that's for better or worse. That's through the ups and downs. That's through sickness and in health. Like, yo, if you have a dream and you have to pursue it, and you pursuing that takes time away from us, or has you more focused on this in some areas, and where you were more focused on us or doing whatever, I can pick up the slack. And at the same time, as if you're pursuing a dream and you got to be focused, you got to be in school, you got to be on the computer, you got to be away from your family,
mhm,
you pick up your own slack when you're done, or you find ways in between. It's not easy, but
mhm.
marriage is the hardest thing you ever wanted to do.
Yeah.
It's the most beautifully dangerous, crazy, weird.
Yeah.
Um, 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 it destroys and agitates your immaturity and your complacency. Sometimes even your peace.
It's almost like you there's a rose garden
Hmm.
and you want to walk into the rose garden knowing there's thorns all over the place,
and,
but
and and
you
and bugs and
and
wasps.
but you're choosing to walk through this rose garden um because you love the roses that much,
And
um
you're walking through with somebody,
yeah,
and I like that analogy because I told my wife, like, we always say, like I'm the flower and she's the gardener, and sometimes she's the flower and I'm the gardener, and
yeah.
it depending on the season, the week, the day, like, and sometimes we're both the flower and we just need we just need
Yeah,
God so
nah,
we can do that,
100%. I
so
think too, like you were mentioning like all the stuff that you have to like endure, but like you endure the growth and the setback. And I think a lot of times, and me and my wife haven't been married that long, but we've been together for a minute now. And we one thing that I admire about her is I don't have to be perfect with her. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I see a lot of like marriages where people are thinking that that perfection is mandatory, and
yeah,
that like if this person isn't growing, then you
mhm,
got to cut them off. But there is time when you have to, like, you might fail and you got to back up and reassess. You know what I'm
right,
saying? And I love the fact that my wife does that, and but to also bring up like the how she contributes to the goals and to even to my children, because like I'm a non-custodial parent, so a lot of times like I do have to like do a little extra to be present for my children. I do have to do a little extra to make sure I can have an impact on them and be present for them, and send, like I like those things. And she's not a person that sits back and says, she's like, you talked to Junior lately? You When last time you saw your daughter,
mhm,
like, our daughter, because we don't separate,
yeah, right,
like, so, and she's real intentional about that. And I, like you said, like I feel like if that's your situation, right, like I ain't saying if you're a single man out here and you got kids and stuff, you got to do what you got to do, bro. But if you are married, make sure that you are with somebody who is going to, and I say, hold you accountable in a loving way, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
and
Well, that's I think that's the like we that's where communication and like real like love comes in. If I
yeah.
have you have to have vision for your
Hmm.
life, some kind of a vision, and
Without vision.
my wife fits so well into that vision.
Yeah,
She's so much cooler than I am. Like I say, she's the
that's
gardener
fine too.
because I came with thorns. I had bugs in
Man, I
me.
was I
I
was
was like,
in the car.
like, you're
I
a nice
was
flower,
like,
but like, I'm poisonous as well. Like,
yeah.
but she knows she's like she had the green thumb, literally. Like she knows how to take care of plants.
Her
I
thumb
mean,
green.
yeah, her thumb green. Like, she knows how to take care of
Mine
plants.
too. My
Like
wife's
she
too.
see, look at us. We got um, but she knows like what plants need. Like
Yeah,
she
yeah.
knows she was pruning plants yesterday, which is I'm deep. So I'm like, this is spiritual. But like she knows, like Veronzo, like I came here with like nothing because a lot happened before I got here.
Hmm.
And I was trying to overcompensate for it, all of my own personal lack.
Hmm.
And the whole time she's like just watching me, just like just be still. Like,
Yeah,
just stop. I didn't
yeah,
ask for all of that. I don't need all of that. I need you to be present. I need you to be here with
yeah.
me, not with your failure, your emotions, and
So, as a man who works like a full-time job and pursues his goals, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I have like literally hardly no downtime, right?
all right.
I wake up and I ain't giving y'all my business anyway. I have long days, like really, really long
Yeah.
days. And
Hmm.
some days, I have like stress. And my wife will tell me real quick, like, look, you can quit the job. We can figure that out. But I need you here.
Literally, I was like, I'm about to go get 2 jobs. Like, no, no, you're not. No, you're not. And I'm just like, babe, we got like, and it's hard because as a man, like I want to take care of. Like I'm not a thing where like men have to be the provider, main provider
Yeah, yeah.
all the time. Like God is the provider.
Mhm.
I manage and steward what He gives us, what He gives me. You know,
There's a very delicate like dance with that too. I feel like too, because as she reaffirms that all she needs is my presence, the more I want to do for her.
like
You know what I'm
like
saying?
like what you. I will march down the street.
Yeah.
Will be a parade for you. I,
Yeah.
I, there's things like you can't see our background, but we have like Funko Pops and like little toys and like all kinds of stuff. Like my wife is vintage. She's like she got that 90s vibe. She is so much cooler than me. Like I say all the time. But sometimes there's like some stuff she wants that's like really hard to find. And she'll say it. And in my head, I'm like, challenge accepted. And well, my other superpower, I will find on the internet.
I
Like
feel
I
you.
will go scour it just to find that one book, that
Mhm.
one Bart Simpson Funko she wants so bad. Like I will look until it's found, or I'll make it myself. And because like the grace I have to be able to even be married again, that God will still bless my marriage and my life after what my life was and what I did
Mhm.
in my life is so like it's just gratitude. And if you have someone who has vision with you, who you are talking about vision, your vision, you can make steps towards vision. You might not have downtime, but everything is flowing in the
Yeah.
same direction. So even when it gets bad, because it gets bad, when it gets
Yeah.
hard, it gets hecka hard. Even
Yeah.
when you get depressed, because depression is steadily just finding a corner in the house somewhere, like you can remind each other of like what it is and who holds tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times I worry I am the most outgoing person you ever met, but underneath all of that extraness that Veronzo is is a fire of worry and a
Mhm.
fire of doubt and fear. And yesterday I had a lot happened in one day. We got like three phone calls and like really a day and a half, like, and it's bad.
Yeah.
And I'm down. I'm like, okay, you know what, God, you got it. But then when it gets quiet, I'm like, I'm hugging the pillow. I'm just like, I'm about to bust out in tears. And she's like,
Yeah,
what's wrong?
bro.
And I'm like, yo, this is actually a lot. This is actually a lot. She goes,
So,
gets the Bible
oh, she
and
go get the
just
Bible.
reads
Okay.
to me and reads to me.
Wow.
Like, and I'm looking at her, I'm listening, but like I'm
Wow.
I'm looking at her like,
Wow.
like it's just like you thank
Bruh,
you.
listen.
But you need somebody who's
It's
willing
not
to
nothing
be
like it, bro. Nothing like it. Bro, man. And I'm sure we could exchange stories like back and forth, like over and over, probably for
yeah.
another hour. But
But real quick, just
yeah,
know
yeah, go
any
ahead.
single man or single woman. I don't know why I have this cocoa butter. But
Cause
it's
single men and use
right.
cocoa
So
butter.
any women, you can't be ashy. You got but like it's less about what they can do, about the ability. It's about if they are willing. Because if you love X, you will or you won't do for X. So X can thrive. So you and X can thrive. I fixed the dryer the other day. I don't know nothing about I don't know nothing about no dryer. But you know who does? YouTube University and Chat
Yeah.
GPT. Like my wife is Barbara the Builder. She can build everything. And I mean literally, I'm not even
Mine too.
everything. I'll be like, yo, you need help with okay.
Yeah, I saw a meme the other day that said marriage is basically your wife wants to do a project and you pretend you're gonna go help her and all you really doing is just sitting out there while she do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
I'm the nurse. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes to make
Yeah.
sure that we thrive and she thrives. And she's willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that I thrive and we thrive. And it's about it's we have a will issue with anything with the dream. Because like shout out to you, Corey, John, Noel, Brown, Papa Diddy, Pop Diddy, like no Diddy. He's not Diddy.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
He's a man of many names. But like you're a dreamer. You've always been a visionary, always. you have a catalog of stories you haven't told yet that you've written, and you just made something amazing, and you
Appreciate
keep making things that are amazing. This podcast is dope, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Like with all that's going on, because you're busy, like you said, you're a father. Because some things that we deal with are
Yeah,
just consequence, and there's good and bad ones, but we
yeah,
wanted to be married, so we got to deal with the burden of being husband, and
yeah.
of being a parent. And for
Mhm.
guys like me, I had to deal with the consequence of being a hope at one point before I found Jesus. So it's like, but even with all of that's going on in your life, you push through. You saw an opportunity to go ahead and like pursue this dream, and bro, here you are. You're doing
Man,
the thing that you saw. A very very dope person said, Kristen, her last name, she sings, dark skin, really dope.
Baker.
Anyway, thank you. She said one day, Kristen Baker, hey Kristen Baker, she said, I won't stop until I see what I saw. And I was like,
Hmm.
girl, that's it though.
Yeah,
That's really it. And when it comes to being with a partner, it's the same thing. Like, yo, here's our 3 year plan, here's our 1 month plan, our year plan, whatever the plan. Share your plans with God, and they'll be successful. But like, now we know what we're doing. So when it doesn't work, we have a goal. When it gets weird, we know why we're staying in this. When I don't like her and she don't like me, and we got beef or whatever, or it's a little quieter in
a
the
little
house,
quieter,
I'm
quiet
glad you're like,
treatment,
what
silent
though?
treatment.
But you're my rib. You're
Yeah,
you're 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 me.
yeah,
We're us. Us is the goal. Us
yeah.
in Christ is always the goal. So whenever we are, wherever
Wow,
we're doing, this is
wow.
we need to line back up to what this means, right? So so get somebody who's willing. They may not look the best right now or dress the best. I got drip now because my wife, but like willing
Yeah,
to
this
be
came
there
from my
with me.
wife too. She made me
You
do
look like
this, and
a
people.
director. You have a whole director vibe going. Like somebody who is. Are you willing? What will you do to see it through, or what
Yeah,
won't you do? What do you need to prune and cut off to see this thing you want happen? And that's what makes it easier.
yeah.
Like it's hard. Paying bills is hard. Work is hard. School is hard. Marriage is hard. People. Someone said that the honeymoon phase should last forever. Who honeymoon phase? No, no, it don't. That's stupid. Don't ever tell nobody that. That's stupid. That's
Yeah,
dumb. But
that's a setup.
that's
That's a setup.
for failure. But she's willing to be here with me, even with all of my issues. The
Yeah,
point is, I shouldn't have that many, still have the same issue over and over again.
yeah,
But if we all love people better, bro, if we love ourselves better, our dreams won't always seem, well, I'll start next week, I'll start next year, I'll start three
yeah.
years I'll love better next year, I'll treat her better, I'll treat him better. Whenever I get better, then I'll treat them better. And we've done love so wrong for
Mm,
so long to each other, that like people are afraid of getting married, afraid of getting hurt, afraid of being great at the same time. Like, get somebody in your team, in your business, in your under you, next to you, in front of you, who's with you, who's willing to be in there with you.
mhm.
That's it.
All right, bro.
Sorry,
We
I hopped
well over, but that's good stuff, bro. I hope people watch to the end. I'm gonna label this one a little differently. I think I'm gonna let them know this is
man.
gonna be a more empowering episode.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Oh,
so it's a lot of Easter eggs on it. Not Easter eggs, but a lot of seeds being
yeah.
sown
Let's see.
in this one. So yeah, man, I
Give
appreciate you, bro.
give
Um,
somebody some advice. For you have 15 seconds. Encourage somebody who's trying to do what you do. You're a director. You're a writer. You're an actor. You're a video producer. You do all of it. You're a visionary. How? Go
I
ahead.
my advice,
Mm,
real quick, if we're talking about film and all this stuff, or passion in general, purpose, keep doing it. Do it when you're scared. Do it when you don't know what to do. Do it when you don't feel like doing it. Just keep doing it. And if you fail, it's just another thing that you learn. It's just another thing that you've picked up. Something else is going to help you with the next one, and just keep doing it. I always feel like momentum is key. And what happens a lot of times, we do something and then we might have not done well. So then we wait a few years before we try it again. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's so much. I think Tubi has been a testament to that, because it's people who are continuing to hit stuff on Tubi, and yo, they killing it. So
Yeah,
yeah.
very good. Keep doing it. Corey John, everybody.
All right, bro. We gotta head out.
All
Hey,
right.
thank y'all for tuning into the No Aims podcast. Follow Veronzo Hurd. I promise you, everything that you need, entertainment wise, he got it. And if you need some spiritual feeling, he got you too. Y'all be blessed.
Follow Corey John. He don't put his ad on. I don't know why he never does that ever at all.
It be in
But
the description.
anyway, love you, bro. Thank you for having
Love
me,
you,
man.
bro.